from distance so far. Great block by Ross, leading to this opportunity for Stevie Mitchell.
Yeah, then Finley Bisjack tries to get there and take a charge, but clearly he never established legal guarding position, falling backwards. That's a good call by the official. Marquette's got to speed this game up, Jeff. So far, they've been just relying on the three ball, which they've not been able to make very many of those. Only one made three so far in this game. They've got to apply some full court pressure, try to speed this game up to try to get back in it and win it.
Zane Lowry heads to the bench. Trey Norman checks in. And 1 out of 2 for Stevie Mitchell at the line. Gets some size in with Caden Hamilton. Checks in for Royce Parham.
I like the substitution because now you got a bigger guy in there with Andre Screen, who has had his way here early on the offensive glass, and they've been able to find him posting up as well.
Kobe King running the point right now for Butler. Nearly lost out of bounds, and it was out of bounds. Careless turnover for Butler. That has been their bugaboo all season long. They've been better the last couple of ball games. But so far, 4 turnovers for Butler.
You got to give Marquette a lot of credit. They do a great job of hounding the basketball and make you play faster than you want to, and that's exactly what after that turnover there.
10th in the country in steals per game, better than 10 a game for Marquette.
Marquette's got to drive the basketball. You can't continue to just rely on the three-point shot.
Rather big sequence right now for Shaka Smart as Joplin launches from 3. With no Cam Jones on the floor, where's the scoring come from? Stevie Mitchell over the top of Screen.
I'll tell you what, he brings such energy and effort to this team. An excellent rebounder as well.
Deficit is down to 2. Marquette has not led in this game.
Nice.
Screen underneath, and he missed the layup, but it'll go to the line.
It's a really good read by Kobe King, because sometimes when the big sets that screen, he's not open right away. And here's Marquette shooting another 3, but Stevie Mitchell active underneath, able to come up with an extra possession and score.
I think Andre Screen is being very assertive on the offensive end. He is normally not this aggressive.
But he knows he's got a mismatch inside with just about anyone that Marquette throws at him. And early on, they missed him trying to seal on the inside, but Butler's been so much more intentional trying to get the basketball in his hands, and he's delivered here so far.
Screen off the bench. 5 points, 3 boards, a block. Give him 6 points as he checks out for Bowden Kapke.
And Bowden Kapke gives a little bit of a different look at the 5-spotter. Screener, a guy who can make an open 3 as well. Ball's got to touch the paint.
Ross kicks it down low. Hamilton couldn't hit it.
Good challenge by Kapke.
Marquette has certainly had their opportunities in the painted area and haven't converted. Shooting just 33% in the early going. King on the drive, able to get rid of it. Telford hit the brakes, the 3 off the mark.
Butler started out 3 of 5 from 3, but have been 0 for since.
Mitchell will razzle-dazzle, and an offensive foul on Stevie Mitchell. Put that shoulder down. Charge is drawn. A good ball game so far in Marquette. 4-point lead for Butler.
Yes, indeed. Pierre Brooks doing a terrific job of getting his body in front of the driver. A little push off. Stevie Mitchell upset. Butler up 4 on the road.
Butler up by 4 on the road on number 9 Marquette. And for Shaka Smart, he wants to see his Golden Eagles fly a little bit more inside the huddle.
When we play with pace, we get downhill, we get good stuff, then we got to make good decisions. If you don't have an angle, get to 2 feet. You had an angle a couple times, you got to attack, especially if it's that big. Okay?
Yeah, he wants his team to be more aggressive and attack to get in the paint. 12 of the 18 points have come to the painted area, and we talked about it earlier, Jeff. This is a solid but not a great three-point shooting team, and they've just been reluctant to just cast up threes. They're 1 of 9 so far from the three-point line. They've got to put it on the deck and get to the rack.
Forced 4 turnovers so far. Working on that deflection count. Love to get to 32. They're at 9 so far in the first 12-plus minutes of this ball game. Butler has survived an initial blitz from Marquette, who has never led in this game.
The full court pressure here.
Cam Jones back on the floor after a very brief rest.
Right.
The big question was, where does the scoring come from when Jones isn't on the floor? He's back on there. Telford draws the double. He's in trouble. Brooks for 3. Had the hot hand early. Nice cold sits.
Yeah, I like it better when Brooks is mixing his J's and drives. I thought that was a settle. Marquette's got to use Gold as a screener, and they'll get the mismatch that they want.
Cam Jones able to create the space against Landon Moore.
Well, we talked about their ability to be able to drive the basketball, and I like what I saw there. A good decision there by Cam Jones.
He's so creative around the basket.
Isn't he?
Brooks hangs, hits. Nice shot.
Notice 3 last time he missed it. This time putting it on the deck and using that big body to create some separation. A nice soft touch over the top.
Averaging almost 16 a game, Pierre Brooks. 5 times this year he's been over 20. There's a 3. Trey Norman hits the tray.
Well, Trey Norman, usually the guy that you want to get that shot. Only 1 for 8 on the season. He's now 2 for 9. But that's a big shot and gives a tremendous boost. Shot in the arm here for Marquette.
Mismatch here with speed. Moore takes that mismatch right to the basket. Knocked away by Norman. It'll stay with Butler.
And Butler was getting those opportunities earlier in the game, and they were getting down the lane, drawing, and they were skipping it across, and just couldn't quite find him. I thought he should have made the pass there. Butler fortunate to hang on to the rock.
A good stretch from Colby King. Bizjack back on the floor for Butler. Moore trying to create, taken away by Jones. Leaves to Ross for 3.
I like it better when Marquette drives and redrives. Another missed opportunity there on the offensive end.
Deflection out of bounds off of Cam Jones. It'll stay with Butler. Another deflection, though. It's active hands from Marquette.
Coach's staff of Butler yelling at the guys going, swing it, move the basketball. Because anytime you get the wings in the corner, you're getting trapped. The zone look here from Marquette. That ball's got to get in the middle of the floor, either off the dribble or off the pass.
Bizjack cuts to the defense, hangs, and they'll go to the line. So if this team does, they go to the line.
Yes.
23rd in the country in free throws attempted per game, 14th in makes.
And Finley Bizjack did a really nice job of reading it off the screen. Didn't get any help from the corner. A little hesitation dribble froze the defender and allowed him to get down the lane. That was a really good decision.
Chase Ross just picked up his 2nd, so he'll check out. Stevie Mitchell checks in.
Last year, Big East all-freshman team looked really good in a lot of situations and struggled to find his place in others. He actually put his name in the portal, but then decided to return. Just really matured, because when I watch him play, he missed a shot in the past. He really beat himself up. Now he just gets to the next play, and that's the maturity that you want to see from him.
Jones left alone, missed the 3. Long rebound out to Mitchell.
Got to drive it.
Jones Over the top of McCaffrey, got the roll.
Basketball's a funny sport. It's like, why would you continue to catch threes when you can get in the lane and get too loose? And they've been devastating Marquette when they've been able to get in the lane.
And Stevie Mitchell got the deflection, trying to fire up his team, down by just one. Marquette taking advantage of those second chance opportunities too. Long rebound out to Stevie Mitchell. Here's that defense from him.
Stevie Mitchell has very, very quick hands. Just when you think you have an advantage, he uses those quick hands to separate the ball. And almost forced a turnover there.
Telford had the hot hand early for Butler. Trying to knife through that defense. Ball ends up in Mitchell's hands. Numbers for Marquette. There's Norman for three. Joplin, another opportunity. Up, and he'll go to the line.
And that's the one area that Marquette has been consistently good here in the first half. They've been dominating on the offensive glass. 10 second chance points to 4 for Butler. Opportunity to go to 12 here.
Evan Haywood just into the ball game for Butler. Picked up the personal. Mr. Basketball in Indiana last year. Joplin with an opportunity to tie or give Marquette their first lead of the game. And knocks the first one down.
I love David Joplin. His ability to be able to knock down the three. He's improved as a defender. Can play with either hand in the paint off the bounce. Brings great leadership to this team.
And Marquette in front.
Full court pressure here. Got to drive it.
There's a three. Yeah, it's good. That's the freshman Haywood.
That's a really good read. Jamil Telford, number 11 in blue, screened the inside, and then that's what created that open look.
Stevie Mitchell had a good cut, and then he commits the foul on Telford. For Haywood, who had just 10 points all season, he had 3 on the 3 there to give Butler the lead again, up by 2, under 4 to go in the first half. Thanks so much, Mike. Back in downtown Milwaukee, a 2-point lead right now for Butler, but for Marquette, their claim to fame is forcing turnovers, getting deflections. It's a great way to accomplish that.
Absolutely. They do a phenomenal job with their on-ball pressure and away from the basketball. They're in gaps and always trying to anticipate where the next pass is going to come from. Watch as all of a sudden Stevie Mitchell gets hung up on the screen back here, and that's number 2, Chase Ross, over there on the wing. Watch as this basketball comes off of it. Now Stevie Mitchell with high hands continues to pursue, gets a deflection. Chase Ross is out and running and dunks that in transition. And now here in the half court, that's Chase Ross with the headband again. Shoots the gap here. And folks, watch, he could have given up on this play, but watch the relentless pursuit. Look at the ground that he has to make up. He stays with it, continues to pursue. A little stunt there from the right wing from Cam Jones. Another turnover, and then they're off to the races. Why is that important? 21 points a game off of turnovers. That's first in the Big East and 10th in college basketball. Tonight, Chase Ross up to what he always does, playing the passing lane, getting out in transition, and dunking one. Right now, they forced 6 turnovers in this game. They have 6 points off turnovers. As we said earlier, for Butler to win this game on the road, they've got to take care of the basketball.
2 big pieces to that defense, Stevie Mitchell and Chase Ross. Both have 2 fouls right now, so that's a big deal. And Mitchell's still on the floor with those 2 fouls. Here's Chase Ross on the bench.
Once Butler breaks it, they'll have 3-on-2. If they could have just gotten it over, they would have had an advantage on the weak side. Nice job, Marquette getting back.
Haywood, who just popped a 3, trying to find some space. There's Telford now.
Yeah, when Ben Gold switches out on the guards, they've got to drive it.
Telford steps back and drills another three.
Tell you what, he looked comfortable knocking that one down, didn't he?
At 10 points, leads all scorers. Gold silent so far in this game for Marquette. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Continue to drive it. That basketball's got to touch the paint.
Deep three, Joplin.
That is not a winning formula tonight for Marquette. This is the
Mitchell, and a chance for one more. Another offensive rebound leads some more points for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, they've been spectacular on the offensive glass, and I love the pursuit of the basketball. Stevie Mitchell does a terrific job of keeping it alive, and this is where they have to continue to exploit Butler, getting into the lane, off the bounce, an opportunity for a three-point play. Jeff, I still think that they've just relied on the three-point shot way too much here early, and it really lets Butler off the hook. Because remember, Butler's playing without Casio Gusto, and several guys hurt. They just don't have the bench depth. So the more that Marquette can drive it, they'll get into that bench depth, and that really benefits Marquette.
15 second chance points already for Marquette. Capitalizing on 7 offensive rebounds. Keeping them in this game, down by 2.
The drive and the skip is really good for Butler early in this game.
There's another 3. Oh, it's off the glass. Telford with 13.
Boy, he's had himself out. And coach, he's playing on one leg. He's been injured for the most part of the season. Doing a spectacular job here on the road.
Joplin. Telford did a nice job fronting as Cam Jones had it knocked away, 10 to shoot. Jones missed the layup.
Telford's length made that contested shot a little short. Nice pass.
McCaffrey couldn't hit the shot playing in his first game in this building in his 6-year college career. Joplin survived the dig, and jumper no good. Joplin tries to keep it alive. Gold comes away with it. Another offensive rebound. Jones missed again. Tapped out. Bizjak's got it.
Got numbers.
Bizjak kicks it out to the corner. McCaffrey now for 3. Stevie Mitchell with a rebound and a foul on Telford.
Stevie Mitchell is always around the basketball regardless of where it is. Marquette did a nice job of scrambling back, and look at the effort and the hustle by Stevie Mitchell. Allowing Telford to take it away from him. Boy, I love the toughness that Stevie Mitchell, number 4 in white, brings to the game. I mean, he never takes a play off.
7 rebounds already for Stevie Mitchell in this one to go with his 6 points. And again, he's on the floor with 2 fouls. Nice pass, Parham for 3. They have had great looks. Chase Ross with another offensive rebound. Joplin goes against screen, couldn't get it. Rebound again, blocked by screen.
See how he keeps his hands up. It's amazing.
Joplin up and under. Relentless on the offensive glass.
Most of the time when Marquette's been able to get that basketball into the painted area, they've been able to score. They've got to attack in the second half.
Shot clock is off. 4 to go in this first half. It's Telford falling away. No good, and we go to halftime. A 3-point game that has been back and forth for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, John Telford has been absolutely sensational in the first half of this game. He's got 17 in this game. And Butler's done a really nice job of not turning over the basketball. That's been the formula for success here in the first half for them. Marquette, when they come out, they can't rely on the three-point shot. They've got to drive it if they're hoping to win this game on their home floor.
20 more minutes to go in this one. Big East opener for Butler and Marquette. Our halftime score, Butler 35, Marquette 32. Send it out to the boys back in the studio in just a moment. Getting you ready for the start of the second half. A three-point lead right now for Butler. Marquette trying to find their way offensively and settling for a lot of shots in that first half. Alfonso Ellis, Jeff Levering with you. Thanks again for being with us. And Alfonso, they got to stop settling for threes if Marquette wants to get back into this.
They really do. I mean, 2 for 15 from 3. And anytime they've been able to get in the painted area, they've either scored or gotten to the foul line or both. That's got to continue here in the second half.
Let's take a look at our first half stats. And again, the numbers shooting in 3, not good for Marquette. That is not their game, but they've done a good job of turning the ball over, turning that into points, and they have dominated in the paint. But for Butler, Jamil Telford has been the man. The Baker's dozen in that first half.
He was magnificent in finding his threes alone. They really needed him to step up. He's their leading scorer at 16 points a game. Only 12 points total in his last 2 games against power conference teams. But he came out tonight aggressive, getting to his pull-up, knocking down his 3. For Butler to win here on the road, he's got to continue to play well.
See how Marquette comes out of the gates in this second half. You mentioned it, 2 out of 15 shooting the 3 ball in that first. That is not their game plan. They love getting to the rim, getting easy shots, and creating points off turnovers.
And I just thought they just settled for, even when Butler was in that 2-3 zone, just settled for threes. And that's just not how they play. They got to drive it and get into the paint.
Joplin right into the paint. Another offensive rebound, and good for 2. 12 offensive rebounds in the game now for Marquette.
And we've talked about it, partner, and that's off of dribble drive. I like when Marquette is aggressive and assertive, and that's a good start here in the second half.
And Joplin leading the way for the Golden Eagles so far. Get inside Brooks. Out of bounds off of Brooks, and another turnover.
It's a really nice cut, though, by Pierre Brooks. And we talked earlier about Stevie Mitchell. He just seems to be in and around everything. A little swipe created that little turnover there.
6.7 boards, 2 steals in that first half for Stevie Mitchell.
Got to drive it.
Mitchell underneath. Leads back to the Golden Eagles. Only led for 23 seconds in that first half.
And if there's a theme that should be consistent throughout this second half of Marquette, it's the paint. They've got to dominate the paint. Off the drive, off the pass, and on the glass.
And Butler coming out of the shoot in the second half, a little sloppy with the basketball.
And we talked about it earlier, folks. You just can't turn the basketball over against this Marquette team. They score 21 points a game off of turnovers. That's first in the Big East and 10th in all of college basketball. Little 2-3 zone here from Butler. Ball's got to touch the middle part of the court, off the bounce, off the pass.
Joplin left wide open, missed the 3.
Another settle, Jeff.
Joplin, as good as he has been, most of his work has been in the paint. 13 points for Joplin. Telford's got Mitchell on it. Bizjack. Looking for help, throws it away again. Ross, nice skip pass to Mitchell.
And I like when Marquette's playing with pace. I think off the miss or off the make, they've got to push that basketball and try to get Butler back on their heels.
Bizjack with the ball fake, missed the 3. Underneath, Gold all by himself.
Got to get a timeout here.
10-0 run right now, going back to the end of the first half for Marquette. Not in their heads. They've got the mojo. in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Butler nowhere to go by Bisjack, able to jump in the passing lane, which where Chase Ross lives, and a beautiful bounce pass and the finish by Stevie Mitchell. Here comes Marquette. Chase Ross on the move, and look at that pass. That's outstanding.
Can't come to a game in Milwaukee without crushing a brat, right?
Can we get one?
We should. Order up on the booth. 5-point lead for Marquette. They are on a run here in the second half. They are creating with their defense.
They really are. Their defense has really stepped up the pressure, and they've been able to move the basketball and get into the painted area. We talked about them not settling for threes. They've been able to get out in transition and make plays. All 8 of their second half points have come in the painted area, and that's the way that Marquette has to play consistently in this game.
You see where they are in terms of their defense on the season, and then what they've done tonight. Again, averaging better than 10 steals a game. They've already got 6 in the contest. They're +7 in the turnover margin. And in turnovers forced, 9 already for Butler. They had 6 in the first half, 3 in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done is they've dominated the glass. I think they have 12 offensive rebounds right now in this game. And so all of the hustle statistical categories, Marquette's really flexing their muscles in and here in the second half.
Butler's got to find a way to hang on to the basketball.
Well, these switches in the first half, whenever they've been able to get Ben Gold switched onto a guard, they've been able to drive it and then skip it. They've got to get back to it.
Bisjack got downhill. McCaffrey's been quiet tonight, too. Try and get him going. Brooks, nice, drives, fouled, and one. When all else fails, give it to Pierre Brooks.
Pierre Brooks has been white hot over the last 2 games, averaging 16 a game, but 25 points a game over the last 2, and he's done it on plays like this. I love it when he's mixing his J's and his drives. He's an excellent 3-point shooter, but at 6'6", 240 pounds, he's really good off the bounce and so strong at finishing in either hand, and you saw it on full display there as he gets that basket and an N1.
Skip it into Joplin from the corner. Nothing falling from distance, but another offensive rebound. 13 of them now from Marquette. Cam Jones inside. Missed.
He doesn't miss very many of those.
Jones stuck on 8 points. For 13 shooting, he is yet to hit a triple in the game.
Seymour's got to drive this one. He's got a dig on it.
He trying to get some space now to Telford with the right hand. Strong rebound by Ben Gold.
I love the decision, though. Nice push.
Joplin puts it on the deck. Joplin will go to the line. Skips over a couple of cheerleaders. Good dexterity from the senior.
He's a gentleman. I like that.
So David Joplin goes to the line. He, Cam Jones, Stevie Mitchell, 3 seniors on this roster. Majority of the playing time, really the captains of this team.
Yeah. And what's been fun for me with David Joplin is each year he's gotten better. A guy last year, 11 points a game, 36% from 3. Not shooting it as well from 3 as he did last year, but 14 points a game this year and provides extraordinary leadership for this Marquette team.
He's one of the true shot blockers on this roster, too. They don't have a ton of them.
Right.
So Iguodaro's gone. Good rim protector. Joplin with 11 blocks to lead the team.
Marquette makes everything difficult for their opponents, even on an inbounds pass.
They're just relentless on this end. It's out of bounds off of Bisjack. Another turnover.
Yeah, folks, we call those parts of the court the coffin corners, and you cannot allow yourself to get there when that basketball comes over half court, because you get two guys guarding you. Now it's technically four. You got the half court line as a defender, the sideline as a defender, and the two defenders from Marquette as well.
Throw yourself in that mix. I mean, we almost made that play.
That's true.
Cam Jones with the English. Now he's in double figures.
Yeah, back to what they did earlier. Anytime any of the bigs switched off from the guards of Marquette, they've been able to drive them. That time McCaffrey switched off on Cam Jones, and he just drove him. They got to continue to do that. That's right.
Oh, King, nice, able to create. What Butler needed that, bring it within 4.
He's got a burst.
Transfer from Tulane.
Jeff, I don't like it. I don't like it. Those shots, you can get that shot anytime. That ball's got to change sides of the floor, and Marquette's got to drive it. They continue to settle for threes, and they've not been able to make them tonight. 2 of 18 now in this game.
King threw it away. He thought Brooks was going to be in the corner. He wasn't there. Marquette and Butler going back and forth.
Yeah, both teams doing a nice job of attacking off the bounce. That time, Cam Jones taking Patrick McCaffrey, and this time, what a burst by Kobe King, and Marquette up 4.
Make sure Fox College Hoops, you're there on Friday. Prime time on Fox. St. John's. Rick Pitino leads the Red Storm against Providence. Big East battle. It all tips off Friday at 8 Eastern on Fox. How about we take a look around the Big East Conference? Conference play began yesterday. How about Georgetown taking out Creighton in a big way, 81-57. Jaden Epps with 21. Speaking of St. John's, big win against DePaul, and Eric Dixon leading Villanova over Seton Hall. And UConn held on before us tonight in overtime.
Yeah, Jaden Epps of Georgetown's really finding his stride. This is his second consecutive 20-point game. And St. John's, the improvements of R.J. Luis, Big East's 4th leading scorer. He's been terrific this year. And Eric Dixon, Mr. Consistent, leading the Big East in scoring at 26 points per game. Those 3 guys are having terrific years.
Marquette's got a 4-point lead, creating a ton of turnovers. Butler has turned it over 11 times, 5 times already, in almost the first 5 minutes of his second half.
Along with getting crushed on the offensive glass, Marquette's got 13 offensive rebounds for 19 second-chance points.
How about another offensive rebound? Chase Ross couldn't get that one to go. It's going to be out of bounds in Butler basketball.
And that's one of the things Shaka Smart talked about in shoot-around today. He wanted to dominate the offensive glass, and his team has really responded in that phase of the game.
Such a big difference in their game against Dayton last time out. Where Dayton just blitzed him in the second half.
Yes.
Didn't turn the ball over one time in the second half. That is odd to say that against the Marquette team.
Up 13, and then Cam Jones picked up that 3rd foul, and Dayton started to have its way.
Patrick McCaffrey puts it on the deck now for King. McCaffrey drives.
It's good to see him get going. He was quiet in the first half, and they need some scoring production from 22 and blue.
First points of the game from McCaffrey. Jones turn around. Nope. Ross trying to keep it alive. It's out of bounds. It will stay with Marquette.
I thought Cam Jones got away with the travel there.
Agree with you. Patrick McCaffrey, one of the top scorers on this team. Got to get him going.
They really do, and he's a guy that's brought tremendous leadership to this Butler team. He can knock down the 3. He's a terrific passer, drives it, excellent at the foul line as well. To get this win on the road, he's got to get going here in the second half.
He's part of the big trio with Telford and Brooks. 61% of Butler's points this year. Parham for 3. One goes through for Marquette from distance.
Good dribble penetration, draw 2. Maybe to find a wide open look from the corner.
Just their 3rd 3 made in the game. 3 for 19. King trying to answer on the other end. Too strong. Joplin with another rebound.
Not a good look there for Butler.
Parham tries his hand again. Missed. Mitchell tried to keep it alive, rattles out to Parham.
It's now, what, 15 offensive rebounds for Marquette.
Joplin short. Jones almost took it away from Telford.
Yeah, that was a settle.
Bizjack into the corner. McCaffrey for three. Butler's got to start hitting some shots. Again, one of the best teams shooting a three in the country.
Yeah, Patrick McCaffrey shoots 47% from three. He usually makes those.
Jones inside, had the size over Bizjack.
Look at the poise that number one in white shows when he's down in the painted area, regardless of the number of defenders around him. Impressive.
Largest lead of the game for Marquette. Remember, they led for just 23 seconds in the first half. They get a foul underneath. The screen was trying to get some position. And Parham impeded that progress.
Yeah. Chase Ross, number 2 in white, telling Royce Parham, the freshman, just play good defense. I'm coming to trap from the baseline side.
Butler had some good action going when screen was on the floor in the first half. See if they can get it back to it.
Yes.
See the second chance points dominated so far by Marquette tonight.
See, with this lineup in right now for Marquette with Ben Gold at the 4 spot, they've got to get him involved in some actions and get him to switch out on their speedier guard so they can get some dribble penetration.
Bizjack underneath. No whistle.
There's no contact under there.
Ross open three in transition.
That's when they're at their best, when they're able to get a nice stop there and get out in transition. I prefer it when they're attacking off the bounce to the rack, but sometimes you can't pass up those open threes either, especially for a guy like Chase Ross who shoots 39% from three.
No call there on Owens.
Yeah, initially I thought there was a little foul, but there was not. That's a good call by the official. And then off to the races, and Chase Ross just so good from that left wing in transition.
Cam Jones leaves and giving his teammates a round of applause. King up and under.
He's been a huge spark plug off the bench tonight from Butler.
4 points, couple of assists, couple of rebounds.
Little 2-3 zone here, Jeff. Ball's got to get to the middle of the floor off the pass or off the bounce.
There's a three by Owens. Gold flying in. 17 offensive rebounds.
Marquette continues its dominance on the offensive glass.
Rossman for the steal. McCaffrey open. Boy, did Butler need that to go. Seven-point lead for Marquette. Season high in their offensive rebounds. Ross tries from the other wing. Follow. Oh, yes! Parham was there.
Because of the 2-3 zone, you don't have block-out assignments, and Marquette can just run to the front of the rim, and that's exactly what Royce Parham did there.
McCaffrey, nice run and a great pass from screen. Stripped away by King. McCaffrey tried to throw it off of Gold, and McCaffrey was out of bounds first. McCaffrey trying to keep Butler in this one.
Yeah, Patrick McCaffrey had to get going here in the second half, and that he has. Knocks down a three, but then all of a sudden Chase Ross shoots that three. Royce Parham, nice putback. Marquette up 6-7.
All smiles here, Marquette. 7-point lead for the Golden Eagles, number 9 against Butler. And we love a good glue guy. How about the super glue of Marquette, Stevie Mitchell?
The heart and soul of this defense, plays with great energy, and that's what he does. He flies around and reads the ball so well coming off the rim, and quick and active hands, and brings a fire and a spunk to this team. And anytime, just when you thought Butler was going to make a move and get it closer and go ahead, Stevie Mitchell to the rescue. He's been terrific in this game. 10 points, 8 rebounds and 2 steals.
Really, really impressive what Stevie Mitchell's been able to put together. And currently on the bench and staying loose on the exercise bike.
Shaka Smart challenged him that he wanted him to shoot the ball better from the three-point line. On the 27% from 3 last year, 50% from 3 coming into this game on 9 of 18 shooting. Continues to improve in every phase of the game. I absolutely love watching Stevie Mitchell play.
He's so smart picking his spots too, when he wants to be assertive offensively. Is Cam Jones always aggressive?
Yeah, Cam Jones knows he has a mismatch against the guards of Butler, and that time caught Kobe King, who's only 6'2", guarding him at 6'5", just patient, getting to his right shoulder with a little semi-hook shot.
King, screen, Brooks.
Mismatch inside.
Telford on the floor for Butler. King somehow got it back. Telford. And quiet in the second half. Quiet no more. 15 for Telford.
How about the patience, the drive, the redrive, and the poise in the painted area from Telford. Well done.
Parham, right hand, no good. Screen clears it.
Nice job walling up by Pierre Brooks, 21 and blue.
And they threw it away. King trying to contend to Parham, got his hand on it.
Yeah, we're at a tough angle. It's like 3 of the players from Butler thought that ball was clearly off par.
Thad Matta gets to work on another piece of gum. Parham drives, ran into screen. It screen, sent it away. Another block for Andre Screen.
Well, he does a great job of staying vertical. I like it.
And a foul on the drive. They'll get Zayd Lowry. It's the 4th team foul for Marquette in the second half. Trey Norman checks in. David Joplin checks in. Parham and Owens off.
With a short rotation for Butler, I'm interested to see in the last 5 minutes of this game if that consistent pressure from Marquette ends up getting into the legs of the Butler players.
Get a foul on Joplin. He thought it was clean. Instead, he'll pick up the personal. That's his 3rd.
Because, folks, pressure can be cumulative. You may not see it throughout the game, but then all of a sudden it starts to show the impact, and that's clearly a foul on Joplin, grabbing him, holding him, and reaching in. Good call by the official.
Well, the thing that you talk about the minutes for Butler, their big 3. I mean, they're number 1, 3, and 5 in minutes per game. Telford, Brooks, and McCaffrey. So them being in the contest a lot, nothing new.
He'll take his time.
McCaffrey on Gold. McCaffrey crossover to Bizjack's floater. No good. And Joplin just took it away.
Yeah, I thought Bizjack should have gone one more. Kobe King was wide open in the left corner. Good switch.
Cam Jones crosses it over. Left hand, good contest by King. Jones got it back, another second chance opportunity.
Yeah, Kobe, when Cam Jones sees Kobe King guarding him, he's licking his chops and he's just taking him into the painted area. So they've got to get more help. And when that shot goes up, they've got to get a body on Marquette. They continue.
Oh, McCaffrey with ill intentions. He was fouled by Joplin. And that's number 4 on David Joplin.
Yeah, because of the overhelp, Patrick McCaffrey was going to swing it, but saw that he had a lane down the and took it in and tried to punch that thing over the top. Usually he'll lay that one in, but man, he had his mind made up that he was going to punch that one.
He missed the free throw. Great free throw shooter, Patrick McCaffrey. 84% on the season.
He comes from a basketball family. His dad, Fran, played at Wake Forest and at Penn. His mom, Margaret, was an All-American at Notre Dame during my time. And the connection there is his mom's my same class at Notre Dame, and his dad, Fran, was my assistant coach at Notre Dame as well. So I've known the McCaffrey family for a long time, a beautiful family.
Patrick on the floor right now. His brother Connor is an assistant coach with Thad Matta. They were teammates at Iowa, and their youngest brother Jack committed to play at Butler next year. Family connections.
Family affair there. Fran McCaffrey and Thad Matta have been good friends for a long time. 2-3 zone here from Butler.
Kick it out. Norman 3. Another offensive rebound from Stevie Mitchell. I mean, he is all over the place for Marquette. Nothing new. He's a board short of a double-double. Marquette's up a snowman. 8-point lead for Marquette at home, 7:55 to go. You want to know what leadership looks like? Let's listen to Chase Ross in the huddle.
Hey, let's stay solid. We got away a little bit from defense end. Stay solid.
Yeah, Chase Ross just giving some leadership in the huddle. And folks, it's impactful coming from the coaches, but it goes to a completely different level of attention when it comes from one of your peers. And that's what this Marquette program is built on, leadership. And how Shaka Smart defines that is how you make someone else better. And that's a perfect example we saw there with Chase Ross.
One of the pillars of this Marquette program, and any program that Shaka Smart has been a part of, is the hustle and the grit. 20 offensive rebounds today from Marquette. They are winning all of those extra opportunities tonight.
Yeah, and 28 points off of those, partner. And on a night where they've really struggled from the three-point line, only 4 of 25, you've got to figure out how to get extra possessions, and they've been able to do that on the offensive glass. They've been dominant in that phase of the game.
So stat comparison sponsored by Jeep. There's only one with those offensive rebounds, and they're just dominant. It's not like they have a huge glass eater, too.
Right.
Just hustling to all those loose balls.
2-3 zone here. To the middle of the floor, off the drive, off the bounce.
Everything on the perimeter right now. 6 to shoot. Jones for 3. He's yet to hit a 3-ball tonight.
Yeah, now
for 6.
Yeah, 5 of 26 as a team. Against that zone, that ball's got to get there off the dribble, off the pass. Screen's open. They've got to get it to him.
Screen going to provide the screen. Colby King falling away. Tough shot. Good.
He's been so good off the dribble tonight for Butler.
King's got 6 off the bench. Stevie Mitchell passed up the 3. Goldwall from the wing. Got it.
Yeah, Ben Gold's just so good. I mean, 34% from 3, and 21 of his 30 made field goals have been from 3. You've got to find him, even though you're in that zone, to run him off of it.
Telford, Ross, offensive foul. Those two were going after it on that possession.
It was Jamil Telford a little frustrated right there because he thought as he was driving, the defender was putting his hands on his body. So as he's driving this basketball, watch Chase Ross. And both of those guys kind of chicken fighting with that off arm. And then all of a sudden at the last moment, he extended that arm, Jamil Telford, and that's what the official saw. That's a good call from the official. But you got to call the first one. The first one was a foul.
Mitchell into the teeth of the defense. Back out to Norman, another 3. Hit his first, he's over his last 3.
Yeah, it's a really nice job by Kobe King, 12 and blue, recognizing that he's not a great three-point shooter and not giving up his defense to get out to him.
Screen from the free throw line. Finds Brooks. Had the good look. Couldn't hit the shot.
Yeah, needed that one. And he's certainly capable of 38%.
Brooks had the hot hand early. He and Telford. Now Telford picks up a foul, and Jones and King, as frustrations are starting to kick in.
Kobe King's usually a pretty cool customer. It takes a lot to get under his skin, but clearly he was upset by the bat, by the body contact. That young fella is one tough little dude at 6'2", 185. He does not back down.
Telfer just picked up his third. These two teams match up again latter stages of January.
Usually Cam Jones will come and get this one. He's got a mismatch here. Open the floor and let him drive.
There goes Jones for three, and finally able to get it to go.
Andre Screen, number 23 in blues, fearing the drive, backed off, and that's what created that space for him to get that wide open look off.
Timeout. Butler, largest lead of the game for Marquette. They're up a dozen.
Yeah, they usually bring him up to the basketball, and look at Screen take those steps back. That's way too much room, regardless of how he's shooting on the night for Cam Jones, because the history suggests that he's going to stick that one. Shot 41% from three last year, shooting 41% from three this year as well.
So I'm shaking his head on the way back up the floor. It's like, it's about time,
right?
huh? Well, how about Saturday night, Fox Primetime Hoops, star-studded showdown. Juju Watkins leads 7th-ranked USC against Paige Beckers and 4th-ranked UConn. It all tips off at 8 Eastern on Fox. As you see the foul trouble there. There's our promo with USC and UConn. Number 7, number 4 coming your way in prime time on Fox.
So good to see Paige Beckers back healthy and playing well. I'm interested to see if Gino Auriemma will do to Juju Watkins what Notre Dame did, is they kept a person shadowing her the entire game and said, all right, Lady Trojans, you guys are going to have to figure out a way to win this game, and they couldn't. Notre Dame was able to go out to California and get a win. Interested to see if Gino employs the same philosophy.
Cam Jones with high fives for the rest of his defense. Don't let up now. You got 5:29 to go. It has been a grind in the second half for Butler.
Pierre Brooks, number 21 in blue. He's got to get his offense going here in the last 5 minutes of this game if they hope to get this win.
McCaffrey trying to use that huge body. Couldn't come down with it. Another turnover. The 14th for Butler.
We talked about that pressure being cumulative. You may be able to handle it for the first 4 minutes, maybe the first 8, 12, maybe the first 20, but then all of a sudden it starts to get into your legs, and when your legs go, your brain goes, and typically, Andre Screen usually makes really good passes, but that was way too high for McCaffrey. Good pass.
Great pass from Ross to find Stevie Mitchell, who's got a dozen points. King inside that free throw line with a floater. Off the rim, McCaffrey with an offensive rebound.
He's got a small one.
And the pass was too high for Screen, and it's out of bounds. Gold touched it last. Butler's got it with 15 on the shot clock.
Butler's trying to find the mismatches there on the floor, but too late with the looks.
Takes Screen out. Bizjack comes in. Smaller lineup. More firepower from distance.
With a shorter rotation because of injuries, does Butler have enough juice left in the legs to be able to try to make a final charge to try to get back in this game?
There's King for three, and it was a foul on Cam Jones. 3 free throws covered from Kobe King.
Hasn't been a good free throw shooter on the year. Only 56% from the free throw line on 13 of 23. These are big free throws here down the stretch. They need him to make these.
Made the first. It's the second time that Butler is at the line shooting 3. That's how our game opened up.
Yeah. Started with St. John's, then the Tulane, speedy, athletic, and the staff hoped he would come in and be able to run the team and be a menace on D. When he comes off the bench, he gives them an excellent boost and a terrific rebounding guard as well. Second, I believe, on the team in rebounding with 5 rebounds a game and only 6'2".
We talked about early on how free throw shooting was such a key for Butler. Marquette does such a good job of defending without fouling.
Yes.
That's a big key tonight.
Wow.
Gold all by himself for the dunk.
You got to be in full court pressure. You cannot let anyone get behind you.
Gold, nice seal on Brooks. There's King inside.
Pierre Brooks, good patience there, and a really nice cut there from Kobe King. Got to get it over to attack.
With the foul on Kobe King. Ben Gold all by himself. A little Kiwi power for Ben Gold.
Indeed. Full court pressure. Can't let anyone get behind you. What a beautiful read from Cam Jones, and Ben Gold at 6'11" knows what to do with it.
Thanks so much, Mike. Story of this ball game, the turnovers and second chance points. Butler has turned it over 14 times. Marquette just 2. Second chance points 28-7 in favor of Marquette.
Yeah, they've been absolutely dominant in that phase of the game. And Shaka Smart said at shoot-around today that he wanted to dominate the glass. And sometimes you can't get your team necessarily to respond. That has not been the case for the Golden Eagles tonight. They've been fantastic on the glass. 20 offensive rebounds, a ton of rebounds, and to be able to convert them into 28 points. Spectacular effort in that phase of the game.
This is exactly what happened to Marquette the last time they played against them against Dayton, right? Second half, this is what the Dayton Flyers did against them. Marquette has not turned the ball over in the second half.
Yeah, and the truth is, when Butler's pressing you full court, when they go into their 1-2-2, it's not to turn you over, it's to get time off the clock so you can't get to the third side of the floor in your half-court offense. And so, but they've been really good at making good decisions off exchanges when they've gotten in the lane. Good ball security tonight for Marquette.
Butler is shooting better than Marquette is tonight, but it's those second chance opportunities that have been the killers. As Jones is up at over 20 points again.
Yeah, back to what they did early in the first half, is anytime any of the bigs ended up on the smaller guards for Marquette, they were taking them off the bounce, and that's exactly what Cam Jones did there. Good read.
McCaffrey on the curl. McCaffrey thought he had a chance for and one. Instead, he'll take the 2.
Yeah, he's been the one bright spot on the offensive end, he and Kobe King here in the second half. Because Jamil Telford had 13 in the first half, only 2 here in the second. Pierre Brooks has been quiet as well. And for them to win, they need all 3 of those guys clicking on all cylinders.
Still plenty of time as Ross puts it on the deck. Ross goes to the strong hand, and he'll go to the line.
This Marquette team just has some big booty guards. Chase Ross, 6'5", 205. Lefty can get to the rack anytime he wants to. Cam Jones, 6'5", 200. And all of them can play defense and keep the ball in front.
That's what they hang their hat on here at Marquette, is the deflection, defense.
Because, Jeff, if you keep the basketball in front, now you don't get into rotations, and you have your 4 other teammates all stuck on their guys. Now you can rebound the basketball and get out in transition. Not a lot of teams do it any better. Or I would argue no team does it better than Marquette.
The big question mark for Marquette is the lack of a true point guard.
Yes.
It sounds like that may be coming soon-ish. Sean Jones, ACL last year, that he has yet to play this season. Practicing still to be cleared for game action, though.
Yeah, and that would be great because they allow Cam Jones to be able to play off the basketball some. Obviously, he's equally devastating with the ball in his own. Kobe King has been terrific off the bench tonight for Butler. But allowing Cam Jones to be able to play off the ball more and focus on scoring, and that would give them a big boost.
David Joplin on the other end couldn't answer the other 3. Does Butler have one more run in them? They're down by 9.
Drive and kick has been really good. Got to get to it.
McCaffrey for 3. Got it. Just like that, a 6-point game.
One dribble to his left, drew the defender just a foot off, and kind of Patrick McCaffrey doesn't need in the room to get that shot off. He's got a quick trigger.
And a timeout called by Shaka Smart. 1:43 to play. Marquette's up by 6, but Butler threatening. 8:01 right now for the Bulldogs. Try and give themselves an opportunity. This holiday season, help Fox Sports give the gift of play to kids in need. Visit goodsports.org/foxsports or scan the QR code to handpick equipment from your favorite sport that donates today.
That's precious.
Those great crowds at Fiserv Forum.
Yeah. Do we get one of those fancy balloons?
One of those balloons?
Yeah.
I'm sure we could talk to somebody who might be able to hand us one of those on our way out if you'd like.
Yeah. They're getting back to the game. Butler desperately needed one of their big three to get going here in the second half. Patrick McCaffrey had 0 points in the first half on 0-3 shooting, and he's been fantastic here in the second half. He's had 13 points in this game, including that big three that he just hit. Now can they get a stop here in the half court and put more game pressure on Marquette? But it starts with trying to get a stop first, and they've got to box out and come up with the defensive rebound because Marquette has punished them on the offensive glass. Got to drive it here.
Stevie Mitchell puts it on the deck. Mitchell left hand and one.
And we talked about it. Anytime they run any actions and getting their bigs, Butler's bigs on the guards, they've been able to put their heads down and get to the front of the rim. I love the recognition in this game from the guards. That time, Stevie Mitchell.
Mitchell converts on that three-point play.
Got to move it, drive it, and kick it.
King on a hellacious screen by McCaffrey for the layup.
What a screen. Be solid, don't foul here.
Mitchell got it across the timeline. Ross gonna hold as long as he can. Bleed some of that clock. Ross on the drive. There he goes. Chase Ross. Maybe the icing on the cake for Marquette. Brooks falling away for three, short. And Chase Ross secures yet another rebound for Marquette.
And that's those tired legs I was talking about earlier. That pressure becomes cumulative. And Pierre Butler usually makes that little step back there, but that ball was well short of the rim.
Cam Jones now with a reverse layup. 23, game high for Cam Jones. And Butler with the shot clock off. Down by 11 points. Telford will go to the line. Chase Ross, ignition.
Yeah, a little hesitation dribble and just exploded to the rim. And anytime there's a straight drive, there's a miscommunication there between Pierre Brooks and Kobe King, and he had a direct drive to the basket. And I don't care how good your weak side defense is, when you allow a blow by like that, it's too hard to recover from. And Chase Ross, wow, what an athlete.
And Telford misses the first free throw. Number one in the Big East in free throws this year, but those tired legs are starting to take effect.
We saw it with the short three-point shot there from Pierre Brooks. Guys holding their shorts and hands on their waists. And hard to overcome against this kind of pressure when you have such a short bench due to injuries.
Made 1 out of 2, and Butler will call off the Dogs, and Marquette will win their Big East opener by 10 points, 80-70. They did all the little things today, won the rebound battle, only turned the ball over 2 times in this game.
Yeah, Jeff, on a night where you don't shoot the ball well from the three-point line, 6 of 30 from 3 at Marquette, you have to find other ways to be able to get points, and they dominated the offensive glass tonight, plus 20 points on second chance points, and they've been able to get the requisite turnovers that they needed, and they were able to keep Jamil Telford under control and Pierre Brooks under control here in the second half.
Telford had a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds, second one of his career. Not enough for Butler to overcome Marquette in the second half. Again, your final score, 80-70. Marquette improves to 10-2. For LaFonso Ellis and our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying good night from Marquette. Now we'll send it back to our boys back in the studio in LA.